Here's the latest project. This is a MTD or Yard Machines 24-inch cut snowblower. Originally came with a gasoline engine. That's right here. That engine is particularly susceptible to the carb gumming. If you go on the internet and search for 179 cc Chinese Honda knockoff engine, you'll find that a lot of people are having problems with them. The carb design is pretty bad, evidently. Gums up real easy. I bought this machine probably 5 or 6 years ago. It doesn't have that many hours because we don't get that much snow here, but when I do have to go use it, having to clean the carburetor's been a problem. Had to replace one carb already because I was unable to clean it all the way. And then I can't really see it, but I did install it doesn't come with a fuel shutoff, so I put one in there so you can at least shut the fuel off and drain the carb, which it seems like you got to do almost every time you use it. Even after 2 or 3 weeks it will gum up. So it runs good though when the carb works good. But I came across this diesel engine on eBay. Bought it from a guy who goes by the name of Newdine. Very helpful, would recommend him. This is a 10 horsepower diesel, or at least it's claimed to be 10 horsepower. The manual calls out 8.6 at, well, it doesn't really say the RPM. It says it's rated at 3,600, and then the next line says 8.6 horsepower. So some other sources say it's 8.6 at 3,000, so I'm not real sure, but I do know it has more than this one. This is rated at 5.5 at probably 3,600 RPM as well. So anyway, I got all the easy stuff done. It's just sitting on there now, as you can see. I did make a base plate for it yesterday. It's basically 2 pieces of 1/4 inch plate welded together. The bottom one mimics the other engine base, and then with the diesel being a little bit wider, it needed a little bit wider plate, so I just welded that on top, bolted it through from the bottom, and cut the bolts off flush so they don't stick through. And once I get the pulleys in for the motor, I'll go ahead and drill some holes and mount the diesel. Like I said, I got all the easy stuff done now, just setting it on there, and the tough part will be putting the pulleys in, because the drive shaft does sit up quite a bit higher, a couple inches, I think 2 or so, or 3 inches higher than the old one, so I'm going to have problems. You can see where the chute is probably going to interfere with the pulley. I am going to go up to a bigger size pulley on the auger drive just because the engine does create a little more horsepower at a lower RPM, so to keep that, or take advantage of that, I guess I'll go to either a 3 or 3.5 inch pulley. The one on this engine here is a 2 3/4, and then it's like a 1 inch for the for the wheel drive. But the shaft sizes are different, so I'm gonna have to. I had to order different size pulleys, and so this is a 1 inch pulley, and so they need, or 1 inch shaft, so it needs different pulleys, so they're on the way. So once I get those, and I'll have to get the belts and all that other good stuff. So go ahead and start this up here. I'm gonna cheat and get it running first because I want to start it by hand and from a cold condition, see how it works, and once it runs I'll shoot another video of it running.